The Man Who Wanted More. In the small industrial town of Briarage, Ohio, everyone knew the name Walter H. Crow. They knew it because it was on everything. Crow Hardware, Crow Apartments, Crow Storage, Crow Development LLC. Walter Crow arrived in Briarage in the late 1980s with two things: a borrowed suit and a mind that never stopped counting. He wasn't born rich. His father had worked at a steel mill until it closed, and his mother cleaned houses for people who never learned her name. Walter learned early that money wasn't just comfort, it was control, and he wanted all of it. At first, people admired him. He bought an old hardware store no one wanted and turned it into a success. He worked late, talked fast, and smiled wide. When the town struggled, Walter seemed like proof that hard work still paid off. But there was something off about him. Walter never donated, unless his name was printed twice as large as anyone else's. He never shook hands without calculating what it cost him. When he smiled, his eyes stayed cold, like a man looking through people instead of at them. As the years passed, Briarage began to change. Walter bought the apartment building on Maple Street and doubled the rent. When families complained, he reminded them there were plenty of other places, even though he owned most of those too. An elderly woman named Mrs. Donnelly was evicted after 40 years because she was late on rent by 3 days. Walter didn't lose sleep over it. He gained a parking lot. He expanded aggressively, buying land, closing local businesses, replacing them with storage units and identical brick complexes. The town grew quieter. Stores closed earlier. Smiles faded faster. Still, Walter wanted more. He wasn't satisfied with millions. Millions could disappear. He wanted everything locked down: property, influence by loyalty. He began funding local elections, backing candidates who owed him favors. Town hall meetings became formalities. Decisions were made before anyone sat down. People whispered, but no one challenged him, except Eli Ramirez. Eli ran a small grocery store his parents had opened decades earlier. It was the last independent business on Main Street. Walter offered to buy it, cash, no negotiations. Eli said no. Walter smiled the way he always did. "Everyone has a price." "Not everything is for sale," Eli replied. Walter didn't argue. He just waited. Soon, inspections began appearing. Parking violations, zoning issues that had never mattered before. Suppliers suddenly canceled contracts. A new Crow-owned supermarket opened 2 blocks away, undercutting prices until Eli couldn't compete. The grocery store closed within a year. Walter celebrated by buying a third vacation home.